I know what time it is.
The first thing we need to check is how many models are allowed to attack. In general, all models in base contact with an enemy model are allowed to attack that model / that model's unit, even if they are only touching corners, being flanked or reared. In addition to these basic attacks, we also have supporting attacks. A model may take supporting attacks if it is directly behind a model but is in contact with an enemy, but only to the front of the unit. All models who may attack will do so using their attack characteristic. Models in contact may attack with a full amount of attacks, whereas supporting attacks have some restrictions.
Now,
Who attacks first? The striking order is determined by the initiative characteristic of the models that are engaged in close combat. The models with the highest initiative strike first. Just work your way through the different initiative values, starting with the highest value down until the lowest value. Any model that died before its initiative step is, well, dead, and may not attack. Models that are in contact with more than one unit or a character within the unit may decide which target they are attacking. Some particularly powerful or skilled models also have multiple attacks in their profile. In this case, you can divide their attacks attacking different targets. Now you roll 1d6 per attack and try to damage the opponent. We need to see if that strike actually hits the target. For this, we need to compare the weapon skill of the attacker with the weapon skill of the defender. To see what minimum roll is needed to hit a target, you can look at this special chart, or you can just remember this. If your weapon skill is higher than that of your target, no matter how high, you hit on a 3+. If the enemy's weapon skill is more than double of your weapon skill, then you hit on a 5+. On anything else, like being equal or up to double of the enemy's weapon skill, you hit on 4+. For example, these dice would hit the orcs. Haha! Now we finally hit our opponent. But who knows, the blow might not have slain the opponent. Maybe you just cut off an arm, pierce their butthole, or cut them in half, and they are barely moving, but for some reason they're still alive. To see what happened, we now need to perform a wound roll. All successful hits from the previous step now need to be rolled again, but this time with other ingredients. The attacker now compares his strength with the toughness of the enemy. But don't make a mistake and just compare it like last time. This time it works slightly different. If the strength is equal to the toughness of the enemy, you need to roll a 4+ to wound. If your strength is 1 higher, you need to roll a 3+. And if your strength is 2 or more higher than the opponent's toughness, then you wound on a 2+. Ones always fail. No matter how strong you are, there's still the chance that you fail. Now, if the enemy's toughness is 1 higher than your strength, then you wound on a 5+. And if it's 2 or more higher, you wound on a 6+. And again, usually a 6 on a wounding roll, as well as hitting, is always a success. Ah, that's a mortal hit, haha, yes. But it's not over yet. The enemy still has a chance of saving the wound. For this he can use his armor or other special saves, so-called ward saves. How do they work? Oh, what a cliffhanger, because this is something for the next basic rules video. But at least you now know how the very basic combat works. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, ciao!